If you want to know about strength, you just gotta get to it. We fighting fools are all getting to it on the streets. Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, what's up guys? It is Nigel here, and today we are talking about how I think Ed will play in Street Fighter 6. Now, obviously, if you watch any of my videos, if anybody did or not, I use Ed's my main in Street Fighter 5. Favorite character to use, favorite character in general to play, and just I like him overall. I think if I had to guess how Ed would play and just more stuff about him in 6, I'd say this. The thing, you know how Ed's like a cocky kid or whatever? Well, that's because he's 16. Because, Super Soldier, Bison messed him up, experiments, whatever, he's a kid. I think he's going to be way more, I think he'll be cocky, but a little bit more serious. And the only reason why I say that is because the artwork that they showed, and there's a leak image that I saw. I'm not going to show it because if you didn't want to see it, but he looks like he's tired. Like, he's tired. Like, if you look at his eyes, it reminds me of, like, Tekken 4 Steve, that look of, like, a tired boxer. And I like that route they're going for. And then... And like the official artwork, he has scars on his back, so he's going through it because, the whole thing with him, with Bison, Bison trying to take over his body in his dream. So I'll talk a bit more about that for his gameplay, but I just find that interesting. I like the look for him. I like that look. It's cool. I like it. He's tired, but he'll still beat you up. I like that. So I think he'll be cocky, but a little bit more serious, possibly, because, he still is a kid, so he'll probably be like 18 or 20 or something. But either way, how do I think he'll be playing, how he'll play? I mean, I think he'll play relatively... I think he'll play a bit more like Borog, actually, in a sense. Like, I think he'll still have 1, 2, 3. That's not going away. That's like the Ed signature thing. 1, 2, 3. Because Ed's archetype, like, it took me a while to understand exactly how I would say it, but he's a rush-down bully character. Because his movement, he is some of the best movement in the game. It reminds me of Street Fighter 3rd Strike Makoto movement. Like, it's good. It's really, really good. So I imagine he would still have moves like 1, 2, 3, dash in, good dash in. Because look at that, right in the corner, right there. That's just the type of character he is. So I imagine he would probably have an invincible uppercut. So he'll still have this, but I'm not sure if it'll still be 2 buttons. That's the thing that everybody's like iffy about on Ed. I don't think he'll have this because he was kind of the setup for modern controls, if you think about it. Because this is both kicks, this is both punches, and then this is just mashing buttons. And then this is just literally triangle, medium punch forward into any punch button. So what I imagine this would probably be being like, if you guys know Lucia in this game, how she does her fireball thing is she does like quarter circle kick, and then she gets this, and then she presses another button, and then it'll follow up. I could see something like that, or they could just leave it the same alone and just keep it the same because it's not a big deal. But I don't know. It could go either or with that, but I feel as if this might change or this because it's too good. He's just modern controls without, the damage mitigation, so they can make this like down something or like quarter circle back. I think 1, 2, 3 is not gonna be mashed because they took that away for literally every character like Chun-Li and E Honda, so it'll probably be like quarter circle back punch. That's what I imagine 1, 2, 3 being now. But yeah, I also think he would possibly get well, now I gotta go to this real quick here. I think he'll get that or something like that. He'll definitely get a Borog move, because Borog was his teacher of some sort. He might get some stuff related to Falk too, but I definitely think he'll get like that, a straight of some sort, because Ed's a mixture of Borog. Like, he does kick, he's mainly a kickboxer, but I think they're gonna make him more of a boxer in this game because he didn't really know how to fight, because he only learned so much, and then he left Borog. So I think that's gonna be the case for him, that he's gonna be doing that. Like, I still think he's going to kick, like he's gonna have this normal, I think, still, or normal like that, but with a fist of some sort. So this is medium kick. He'll have something like this still. He'll have good range because he's a bully character. He likes to press the right buttons to get in your face and mess you up. So yeah, I also think there could be a possibility, because I did make a theory about this, that if he doesn't get like certain moves, they could add Bison moves to him. And the only reason why I say that is because I think there's a potential way for like Bison to do some dank to him and take over his body. I think that's either going to be potentially another character, or they can incorporate that to his moveset, because the image of Ed like that they showed, that was like the leak thing, and I think it is official. dude looks like he's been through it. So I really do think they're gonna do something with it. Like Bison does take over his body, either as a separate character, like it's Bison, but it's, you know, taking over Ed's body. He's like super overpowered or whatever, or they're gonna incorporate that into his move. So he might have some more Psycho stuff, like Psycho Crush or something. I'm not saying that he'll have that base like this Ed, but for maybe another character, this is a possibility, like a different thing for later DLC, like DLC Pack 5 or whatever, and Ultra Street Fighter 6 or something. But I can definitely see that too. They could go multiple routes with him how he wants to. It's either Bus takes over his body, or, you know, he still uses Psycho Power, and then, you know, he uses Borog moves. So he's definitely going to be a rushdown character. I don't really think he'll change too much. Now, when it comes to Ed's V-trigger moves and V-skill moves, well, I guess we'll talk about V-trigger first. For V-trigger 1, which is Psycho Cannon, which it will probably be his level 2 if it will be in the game, but I don't think it will be because parry exists, and that'll pretty much negate the entire thing of it. Now, here's the thing though, if Ed can move you while you're parrying like this, then I can see potential with it still being in the game, but otherwise, I don't think it fits in the system for Street Fighter 6. Unless, one big thing, if he could, like, if you know Seth in Street Fighter 5, how he can move the ball, if Ed can like punch it and do stuff with it, then okay, there is potential. There's some dank he can do, but otherwise, I don't think this will make it because it just doesn't fit with the core system. Unless he can move you while it is active while you're parrying, then okay, then you have a situation where it could be useful. Because this does cover him in a good position. Like if you jump, you got that, but now you can just parry the whole thing and like, oh well, I tried to anti you. Well, you just parried it and got your stuff back. So yeah. Now when it comes to enhanced snatcher for level 2, it makes more sense. The only reason why is that I've always had a theory that if they ever did bring Ed back, which they are, thank goodness, he can use this kind of like actually, as you said it right there, let me do that again, sandbag, a punching bag. That's what I imagine they would go for this route, because it makes more sense as him as a kickboxer, because you are a punching bag to him. So I imagine him beating you up and then pulling you back in for a punch of some sort, or going to you like this. That makes more sense to me as a level 2. So I think he will have an install level 2. They could just give him like a default attack, but I think this will work better with his game plan, because overall you'll have an install and this applies pressure, and he is a bully character. He gets in your face, he's like, yo, you're not going anywhere. Install, where you going? You gonna jump? Anti-air. And then what is that, level 3? Something of the sort, you know, in your face. Or no, he can't level 3. He'll probably do a level 1 then, now think about it. But yeah, in your face type of character, and it just makes more sense for him to have something like this. And I'd imagine even on block, it will probably still guard break, only because that's what they like to do with a lot of boxers, at least nowadays, is like they like to have them like oh, if you get punched by this even on block, you're gonna get guard broke because of the impact, because this guy's a boxer. Like for instance, how they did it with Steve in the Tekken 8 trailer. So I definitely do imagine if they do have this, he's gonna have something like that, B+, because he's in your face bully character, boxer, and he'll be like the first boxer in the game. So definitely that's the route they would go for the V triggers. Do I think the V skills will return like any of them? Well, Snatcher, I'd imagine if they do take away one of these moves, they can incorporate Snatcher in a cool way, possibly. Or they could do Psycho Swing, only because Ed's probably gonna have a move to deal with projectiles for sure. Like especially if they do take this away, he's gonna need something like a Psycho Swing to have high mobility to get in your face, say nope, no projectiles, and then beat you down. But that's if they take this away, so that's a 50-50 on that one. Or they could just give him both, which it would be fine, because a lot of characters have a lot of dank anyways, so it doesn't really matter in that one. But he'll definitely have an evasive move, whether it be this or like something Borok inspired, like he'll twirl like woo, dash and punch you. Then something of the sort like that he'll definitely have. But yeah, throughout all the moves he'll definitely have pretty much. I'll tell you what's not going. Flicker's not going. This is identity there. That's who he is. This Psycho Upper, I don't think that's going either, honestly. This might go, and then this could potentially go. But if they do replace it, they have to give him mobility of some sort, or a way to get you towards Ed towards the opponent of some way, or bring vice versa, like the opponent goes to you or something. So yeah, that's what I imagine his kit would be in a way. Will he get a Borg move? Probably, just to like add like, hey, homage, like, hey, that was my dog, you know, that was my homie, that was my master, for like 2 seconds, and then, you know, went on my own path. I didn't want to get him hurt or whatever. So And they're gonna add some, definitely, besides broad move, they're gonna add some own sauce of him, because they did the same thing with Rashid. They gave him a cool gimmick where he can, you know, jump over and jump over again. Ed's gonna have something a little insane now, because that's what they've been doing with all the new characters, for DLC at least. I mean, DLC characters. So he's definitely gonna have some cheeky stuff. I can't predict what it could be, honestly. I really can't. The only thing I could say is that if they do make enhanced Snatcher a level 2 of some sort, or combine Snatcher with something else, he's gonna use you as a punching bag. It just makes too much sense because he's a boxer. Now they could go a different route with that, maybe not. Maybe they might not even use Snatcher or Cannon for a level 2, but it fits him so well because of who he is as a person. Because, you know, kickboxer. And you're a sandbag to him. And level 3, I can't really say what it could be. It could be something of a sort like this, and then he'll do something extra. Like, it's definitely going to be hitting hard. I think that's the biggest thing for Ed, too. He'll definitely have hard-hitting effects because he's a boxer. More boxer-oriented. Like, he'll still be somewhat more of a kickboxer, because I think he'll still have kicks, but just, they're going to heavily emphasize on that. Unless they take the kicks away entirely, which, rest in peace, medium kick, if that is, because this normal is just too good, man. It's so good. But I hope that is not fully the case. I do like this normal. But yeah, that's what I think they would go for. They could also, for his level 3, if they want to, they could have Bison take over his body or something real quickly or something. For him to do some crazy dank instead of just beating you up. He does some insane, like, embells you in psycho power or something. Because what it seems like I haven't played Aki's story fully, because it does show Fang and Ed, but Ed, they're not done with Ed. Like Shadowloo, they're not done with him. I think they're looking for Neo Shadowloo, which is his group. So it's not over yet. That's why I think Bison is going to return in Ed's body, and they're gonna have to beat the cheese out of Ed to get Bison out or something, or he's gonna fight his inner demons like Reed. It's one or the other. That's what I think is going to happen, for lore wise and story wise. So that could be an instance for a future thing for Ed if they bring him back or whatever, or there's like another version of him in another game. I think he'll still have psycho power, but it'll be like mastered, like power nothingness, or they could go for soul power because it's the opposite of psycho power. He'll get soul power, but I don't imagine they would, because I think Manat will probably return in this game of some sort. I'd imagine, at least. So I think they'll just give him a better version of this, like a new version of psycho power, or you know, Bison takes over by that's just it the end for him. I hope that's not the case though. But yeah, that is ultimately how I think Ed will be in this game, for sure. Definitely gonna be rushdown character, high mobility. He'll probably have a lot of ways to get over projectiles. His weakness might be maybe damage. They might just take away a little bit of his damage, because Ed doesn't hit too hard. At least in this game he didn't, in my opinion, because whenever I did a combo or ender or whatever, Ed did not do any damage. Like, he's a good, like, I want to say like 2 to 3% character. Like, he'll knock out that much and then get in your face, and then you just kind of have to figure out what he's going to do next. That's always been Ed's game plan. But now, you know, given the Street Fighter 6 system, he could probably do more damage, obviously, but I think not as much, because I think that's just the route they want to go for Ed, is that he doesn't do a lot of damage, but he can get in your face, and then it'll add up. It's kind of like, just like how real life boxers work. Like, the damage to your face, your stomach, all that will add up eventually till you get knocked out. So that's the route they could definitely go for him. But it just depends on what moves return and what moves don't. But we'll have to see, you know. I'm just really excited for it, because, you know, Ed's my favorite character, so I'm amped up. I like Psycho Power, and, you know, DiCaprio was not it for me. So I'm really excited how they're going to do this, and his new design just looks it looks too cool, man, compared to his original, which I don't have on right now, which is the flight attendant, which is like a little weird. Now everything is like coming together. Looks tired because he's been fighting his demons in his sleep, or they might change that or something. Maybe he's done with that, I don't know. But he has a lot of scars on his back, the cool hoodie, the chain that's like I think it's like a Eurasian eagle owl. I think that's what is on his back of his jacket too. I'll have pictures of it, but yeah, the new look for him looks great. I think it looks great. I think they're probably, for his outfit too, will probably be, I hope it's not the default outfit for Street Fighter 5. I hope it's the second one, just the other hoodie. That would be preferable, I think, for most people, at least in my opinion. But yeah, outfit 3 we don't know, because even Rashid and Aki don't have it. But judging by how Rashid came out, he'll be the same, but obviously Street Fighter 6 version. Like he'll have some new stuff that's like, whoa, that's crazy. Because if he does show gameplay, if they do show gameplay for him in the Game Awards, then they're gonna have to impress people. Because a lot of people liked Ed. They're like, he's okay. I mean, he just looks lame or whatever, this, that, and the other. So I don't know. They just have to knock him out the park to make people like him. I already liked Ed, so I'm eating. I was already on the hype train. So I just hope they knock it out. And if they don't show gameplay, they'll have a teaser for Ed instead, like they did for Aki, and then they'll show a trailer later down the line. Because I don't know why they did that. I guess they wanted to do it in their own time or something. But yeah. But either way, that's just the route I see that happen. Because Ed will probably come out in January, early January of next year, probably that 10th or something, or a single digit, or at least in the 10s, because they cannot go to the 20s, because that's when Tekken 8 comes out, and that'd be a bad release for him to drop when Tekken 8 comes out, a competitor, even though that like the companies are pretty friendly with each other. That's my idea. And then potentially we don't know when Virtual Fighter 6 is coming out, because I'm pretty sure they're going to show that at Game Awards too, most likely, because it makes sense. So early January, either single digit. If it's double digits, it's in the 10s. That makes the most sense for Ed to come out, at least. Like, maybe he might even come out January 1st or something, honestly. But I don't know. But yeah, that's how I think Ed's gonna play, and you know, story stuff about him and lore. I'm just really excited about him, because you know, favorite character. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If there's something you want to say down below, like, hey, I think he'll have this or whatever, this, let me know your cool ideas, man. Like, I do read the comments, I do you know, respond back, so just let me see them. I'm curious what you have to say about him and stuff, and what you think will be of the character or whatnot. So let me know down below how you feel. And with that being said, oh, actually, wait, there is one more thing. There is a potential for him to be a charge character, actually. I almost forgot about that. There is potential for that to happen, because we don't have a charge character yet. Like, Aki, we thought she was going to be, wasn't. Rashid, obviously, not going to be a charge character, so he could change a little bit to a charge character, either like hybrid charge character, like Urian, like he has charge moves, but he also has, like, you know, regular moves, because this is not going to be a charge move, so they could do that. Or he could just be a default character with no charges. Either way, I don't think he'll have the modern stuff. But either way, with that being said, finally, hope you guys have a great day, night, noon, or whatever time period you guys are in, and I'll see you guys next time.